What is up, everybody? Or I should say, Merry Christmas, everybody. Yes, today is Christmas. Now, I decided to do another ranking video. This time, I'm going to rank this action film that stars Bruce Willis. That's right, it's the Die Hard films. Now, this is with John McClane. Now, these are my favorite action films. Also, it is a Christmas film. You know, it's one of my favorite Christmas films. The sequels are great, besides from one, which I keep mentioning it. You know, it's very iconic. Yippee-ki-yay. And Bruce Willis did that great of a performance as John McClane. You know, a bunch of villains and terrorists. He has to kill a bunch of bad guys. He gets sidekicks, you know, and then save his family. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to rank the films. Now, just to let you know, I love all of them. And I am a person in love with the series. Coming up in the bottom would be A Good Day to Die Hard. Now, this is basically number 5. Now, it is my least favorite, but I still love this film. But I know a lot of people hated this film, but that's fine. I love this film. There were a couple problems I have. For once, it is the shortest movie. Another thing I have a problem is the villain. I know the villain is not that great. And there's so many like different languages. I know, but other than that, you know, they did reuse lines. Hey, that's your best shot. Yeah, that's reused lines. But other than that, I still love this film. I would like to see a number 6, but I heard rumors that they're gonna make a McClane movie. Heard rumors of that. Other than that, we have 2 versions of the film: the original version and the extended cut. Or the animated cut, sorry. I prefer the original version because it has a much better ending. But other than that, you know, it's still a great film. And, you know, I still love it. And I do like this better than Rambo, The Last Blood. I won't talk about that film. I'll talk about that film another time. But yeah. Coming up next is Die Hard with a Inventions. This is basically number 3. Now, this film is awesome. I really love this film. It's so many great moments. Simon Says, Samuel Jackson is a great psychic. He is my favorite psychic out of all the psychics he has. You know, he's very funny. Especially when they first met each other. You know, I hate the, I'm not going to say that word. The N word. I'm not going to say that word. Just in case I get in trouble. Other than that, there was like a TV version where it says I hate everybody for a TV version. But other than that, you know, they had to get rid of the bomb off of New York. And the actor who plays Simon it was the same actor was in Aragon, which is an alright film. Yeah, it's alright, Aragon. And he was in DC Extended Universe, Batman versus Superman, Justice League. He plays Alfred, and he did pretty good in this movie. Um, you know, it's a lot of fun. It is very awesome. I love the marching soundtrack to it. I definitely recommend this third film. I really love this film a lot. It is very, very awesome. And John McClane knows what he's doing. Awesome. Coming up next is Die Hard 2. Die Harder. Now, this is a great sequel. It kind of copied the first one quite a bit, but not that much. This time it's at the airport, and he has to save his wife Holly from an airplane, which he did. Another, good type of villains, especially one of the villains who plays the T-1000 from the Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I think his name is Ron Patrick. I think that's his name. It is a great sequel. Another great action scenes to it. Was this better than the first one? No, it's not better than the first one, but it is a still wild, fun sequel, if you ask me. When you're comparing, sequels, and this is one of the greatest sequels they ever made. It is a little bit better than the third movie, but the third movie was still awesome. But this one is like the greatest sequel they ever did. And once again, he did an amazing job, John McClane, Bruce Willis. Yes, I am a fan of Bruce Willis. He's one of my favorite actors. He's probably my second favorite actor, now I think about it. He's my second favorite actor, only behind Tom Hanks. But yeah, it is a great sequel. Coming up in the second place would be Live Free or Die Hard, also known as Die Hard 4.0. I think Live Free or Die Hard is a much better title. Anyways, it's in the second place. Now, great return to the series. John McClane is now bald because he's gone older. We have Justin Long. He's an annoying sidekick, but he's a good sidekick, if you ask me. This is the only one to be PG-13. All the other ones were rated R, but this one is rated PG-13. I recommend you check out the unrated version. When you watch the unrated version, you got a bunch of swearing, the F words. You got the violence of the blood, maybe some extra scenes, who knows? It could be longer. Yeah. Also, Bruce Willis, he loved this movie as well. He had fun, working this movie with the director, Len Wiseman. He also directed the Underworld films, which I never seen, by the way, but I don't plan to. Um, I really, do love the song. Hey, it's about it's like a bomb with a computer. He has to save his daughter Lucy. Um, Awesome, vehicles chasing explosions. It is an awesome, return to the series. If you compare it to Rambo, it's basically Rambo 4, from 2008, which is another great return to the series, which I'll talk about another time. So this is the greatest, return to the series. And this is the one with Bob's DVD, James DVD. Remember that commercial? Look it up on YouTube. But yeah, it is an awesome film, and I do recommend it. I would say, oh, you don't have to see the other ones to see this, but I recommend you check out the other ones first before you check out this one. It's a lot of fun. All right, coming up as my favorite is Die Hard, the first one. Come on. You think I'm not going to put this as my favorite? Would you? Would you? Most rankings I do. Sometimes I put the first one as my favorite. Yes, I know sometimes I prefer a sequel than the first movie, but this one I prefer the first one. Yeah, the first one's my favorite, by the way. Um, it's very iconic. We have Alec Rickman. Rest in peace to him. He plays Hans, which is a great villain, by the way. He's my favorite Die Hard villain. Yippee-ki-yay, greatest famous line. Um, it is the best Bruce Willis movie I ever seen. Got the Fox Plaza Tower. Um, Also, he has to save his wife Holly. Um, and Let It Snow, which is a great song. I like that version the best. And I can watch this movie and the movie series over and over again and never stopped. I will never get tired of it. Yeah, it is my favorite action film. Is a no-brainer. And if you haven't seen it, where the hell you been? You need to check this movie out. That and the Terminator and Rambo, also known as The First Blood. These were the best action films they ever made. I recommend you check out it. Also, action is my favorite genre. I really love action a lot. It is an awesome film. So thanks for watching. That's all of the rankings I do. I'll see you next time for more ranking.